Three African vegetables once planted, you harvest for a lifetime. I'll start with the first on the list, which is bitter leaf. If we are saying a lifetime of bitter leaf, a bitter leaf plant can last for up to 5 years. It could last for up to 5 years and beyond. And you could easily harvest after 2 weeks, every after 2 weeks. If you're having an acre or an hectare, I don't want you, I believe you will know the possibilities and the revenues you could possibly make from bitter leaf. But before then, it's your host, Finance with Magdalene, and I am called Magdalene. Please, thank you for watching our videos, and please consider subscribing into our channel to get more updates about how to make money using the agricultural sector. Now, bitter leaf is a sweet plant, it's a bittersweet plant eaten by most African home, and they are mostly loved for their bittersweet taste. Bitter leaf once planted can be harvested for a lifetime. Now, bitter leaf has its seeds, but most often bitter leaf is being planted from its roots. Once you go to an African market and you're able to purchase bitter leaf, you could cut the leaves and cook, and now the stems you get to plant them in an acre or a hectare. Bitter leaf plants now can be harvested twice a month, every after 2 weeks for more than 5 years, and it's highly expensive. Sales after per month can go right up to $500. Remember, it's not the only thing you're doing. Look at the harvesting which is being done here. This is a harvest that was made today, and you can see it's quite fresh. See, as tall as it was, you could harvest right up to this and just leave it for about 2 weeks, and you come back, it will be ready for harvest. If you're considering starting a vegetable farm, I will highly recommend bitter leaf. Come on, I don't want you to go anywhere, please, because the other two, you don't want to miss them. And I cannot reveal the name before the time, and you get to see all these other vegetables. So, my vegetable lovers, consider bitter leaf as that one perfect vegetable. The next on our list that you want to know is huckleberry. Yes, huckleberry, people often call it jama. Jama. It sounds funny, right? But that is how most Africans call it. Huckleberry, known for its sweet nature. Even the water from this vegetable is highly nutritional and could be eaten anywhere, anyhow. And for just 5 minutes, it's already ready. Most African people eat it with just red oil and Maggi, but others will want to put tomato and everything. But note that it is a crop where a vegetable once planted, you could harvest for at least 6 months to 1 year. Harvesting of huckleberry now is done every week. You could make it every Saturday or every local market day in your own community. This huckleberry could be eaten with all types of fufu, be it pounded yam, be it cassava fufu, being fufu from corn. Every fufu is being eaten with this vegetable. Not just that, but also with bananas, plantains, potatoes. Everything you could think of is being eaten with this vegetable. And during the harvest, like you can see in this video, we try to harvest from where the stems is already strong. Yes, and we harvest the soft part. We make sure that it's very soft. You could use it, you could harvest it base maybe with a scissors, a knife, but since we have been experienced with your hand, it's just fine. It will still come out nice. Can you say force of experience? If I say force of experience, which country do you think I'm talking about? Okay, enough of jokes. I'm just trying to, we'll take our time here. We are harvesting and we're ensuring that it's soft, is good for the market, and We are targeting people who will easily buy. Remember, you harvest and sell the same day. We harvest our huckleberry and we sell it the same day. Otherwise, you harvest around 5 p.m. the previous day to take it to the market around 6 a.m. This is because it ensures that it's very fresh, very soft, and the nutrients are still there. If you're considering entering into vegetable, this is it. And consider also a highly irrigational sector because it needs a lot of water. Huckleberry is harvested every Saturday, as I said. But before you harvest it every Saturday, ensure that you plant it in a very swampy area. So, if you have a very swampy area and you've been thinking of how can I plant, what should I plant, how should I go about it, this huckleberry just stands out, and you ensure you harvest where it's very soft. You shake it off such that any insect on it could be able to fall out, and you ensure that you cut it in a way you leave it for possible stems to sprout out and to just increase the harvest. Remember, you don't harvest things that are very small, you harvest the long ones such that the short ones could also grow for harvest. Do not consider making money every season. And now the sales per week here could go up to $100. Each sales per week means each time you do a harvest could go up to $100. Now multiply $100 times 52 weeks per year. How much are you making just by vegetable? Remember, it's not just by that. Now we are also entering into water leaf. Water leaf also is one of the superb, but remember, a swampy area. It is the third but not the least because the part 3 of this video is coming up. And for those who be wondering, was there a part 1? Yes, there is a part 1. Go to my channel and check water leaf. There is part 1 of this video and this is highly part 2. And then you're just going to see all these vegetable. Water leaf, now known also for its nutritional nature, could be planted for its stems, or we could say it's planted using seeds. Now the seeds will be highly important. If you're considering planting water leaf from seeds, then you'll need to go to a farmer's shop nearby and ask for water leaf seeds. You know how to, in fact, make them to germinate, and you being able to transplant them. If you don't have the skill, then it might be challenging for you, but don't you worry, it's very easy. It's super easy. Once you go to a farmer store, you ask for buy a water leaf seed, you come and spread it in just one bed or one ridges that you have tilled out. You spread it there, and after you water it, you make sure it's highly irrigated. You discover that it will start spraying up, and with that you get to transplant. Also, you could transplant in so many beds or ridges. It could go right up to 10, 15, 20, depending on how you want to go about with it. So, after transplanting, remember, water leaf can be harvested 4 to 5 times a week. You see that as we are going with the vegetables that last a lifetime. I started with bitter leaf. Bitter leaf is once or twice a month, harvested for more than 5 years. So you imagine the sales per month there could go up to $1,000, depending if you're having at least a hectare. But if you're having like an acre, you could make like $500 or more with bitter leaf, because it's also used in events. We went to the second, which was huckleberry. Huckleberry is harvested every week and could be sold for at least $500 per week, depending if you're having an hectare. But with an acre, you will bring the cost down to at least 250 or at least 100, depending on how good your farm is. If you're using organic fertilizers, organic manure to improve on the productivity of your farm. Now, Water leaf also is superb. Why? Water leaf is highly used in African dishes. Have you ever come across arrow? Have you come across arrow, an intercontinental dish? It means you don't only eat it here. You could export it for those international cuisines using all these vegetables to make intercontinental dishes from people coming all over Africa to consume it. So, these are the three vegetables brought to you today. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. And also remember, before each harvest, you either weed all your farm before you harvest, or after harvest, you ensure you weed such that your farm should be as neat as all the farms I've shown you. Remember, once it's neat, you don't want grass to come in and just disrupt your harvest. So ensure your farm is always neat, always that. And remember, vegetable farming is one of the silent millionaire farm. Why? Because it's very rich, very essential. Part 3 of this video is coming up. Part 3 you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss. Please subscribe and encourage us as you're coming in with more entertaining and more educative content for upcoming farmers and those who are willing to see farming that could make them have money weekly or monthly and not just having seasonal, because here are every seasonal crop. They are not seasonal birds, millennial crops. Millennial vegetable. You want to know it, and if for every information you want to know, or if you're having challenges, or you there's something I missed out in this video and you want to know, please indicate in the comment section and I'll take our time in order to educate you on it. Until then, thank you for watching and see you in the part 3 of this video.